So hey, what's up guys, this is AK, and you are watching my YouTube channel AKM. So guys, welcome back to a brand new tips and tricks video of PUBG Mobile. TDM is one of the fastest ways to improve your mechanics in PUBG Mobile, but it is also the place where players build the worst habits without even realizing it. Most players think they are losing because their opponents have better aim, better sensitivity, or faster reflexes. In reality, the biggest reason they keep losing is because they repeat the same small mistakes in every fight. Those mistakes slowly become habits, and those habits follow them into every single match. That is why some players stay stuck even after playing hundreds of TDM games. They are practicing the wrong things instead of improving the right ones. The good news is that these mistakes are surprisingly easy to fix once you understand why they happen. A few simple changes in the way you move, position yourself, and take fights can completely change your results. You will survive longer, win more gunfights, and feel much more consistent. So with that said, let's start with the first mistake. The first mistake is challenging every fight from the exact same position. This is something almost every TDM player does. They respawn, run to their favorite spot, peek from the same angle, and expect a different result every time. The reason players do this is because they feel comfortable with familiar positions. They know where to aim, and they believe it gives them confidence. The problem is that your enemies notice patterns very quickly. If they know exactly where you will appear, they can pre-aim before you even peek. Suddenly the fight becomes unfair, because they are already prepared while you are still reacting. Instead, keep changing your approach. Peek from a different side, switch your route, or delay your peek for just a second. Small changes make you much harder to predict. Imagine you are playing warehouse. You always peek the left container, and after 2 rounds the enemy starts holding that angle every time. Instead of repeating the same mistake, rotate to the opposite side and catch them looking in the wrong direction. You immediately gain the advantage because they expected your old habit, not your new one. This one adjustment makes you much less predictable, and unpredictable players win far more fights than predictable ones. Now let's move on to the second mistake. The second mistake is overcommitting after landing the first few shots. Many players think that once they damage an enemy, they have to finish the fight immediately. They keep pushing forward without thinking, even when the situation is no longer in their favor. This usually happens because players get excited after hitting their shots. They become focused on getting the elimination instead of winning the engagement safely. The problem is that the enemy is often waiting for exactly that. They move behind cover, reload, or let a teammate support them while you continue pushing into danger. The better habit is knowing when to stop for a moment. If the enemy disappears behind cover, use that second to reposition instead of blindly chasing. Force them to guess where you will appear next. For example, you damage an enemy near the center of the map. Instead of running directly toward them, move to another angle while they are healing or reloading. When they peek again, they are aiming at your old position, but you are already somewhere else. This gives you cleaner fights, fewer unnecessary deaths, and much better consistency throughout the match. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake that separates average players from strong TDM players. The third mistake is focusing only on the player in front of you, and completely ignoring the rest of the battlefield. This happens because TDM is fast. Players get tunnel vision, and all their attention goes toward the first enemy they see. The problem is that PUBG Mobile is rarely just one fight at a time. While you are chasing one player, another enemy is already moving into a better angle. You win one duel, but lose immediately because you never checked your surroundings. The solution is to build the habit of reading the battlefield after every engagement. As soon as you eliminate an enemy, do not sprint forward instantly. Quickly look left, right, and toward the common spawn routes before taking your next fight. Let's say you eliminate one player near the middle lane. Instead of immediately pushing ahead, you quickly check both side angles. You notice another enemy rotating toward you, and because you spotted them first, you are ready before they even start shooting. That single habit keeps you alive much longer, reduces surprise attacks, and allows you to control fights instead of constantly reacting to them. So let's quickly go over everything we covered today. The first mistake was becoming predictable by repeating the same peek in the same route every time. The second mistake was overcommitting after dealing damage, instead of repositioning and keeping the advantage. The third mistake was developing tunnel vision, and forgetting to read the battlefield after every fight. If you start fixing these 3 habits, you will notice that your gameplay becomes much more consistent. You will stop giving away easy eliminations, make smarter decisions under pressure, and win more TDM fights without relying only on raw aim. Over time, these habits will also improve your performance in classic matches, because good decision-making is valuable in every game mode. So guys, that was all for today's video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more PUBG Mobile tips, aiming guides, movement tutorials, and practical gameplay advice that will help you improve faster. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.